Jay-Z.
Oh, don't do it.
Pusha T.
Don't do it.
Eminem. And a list of other hip-hop names have been named in the Epstein files. Mind you, none of this has been confirmed. None of this, they don't have any criminal charges, but they are alluding to Jay-Z took part in some rape, some drugging some women, some trafficking women. I don't know where the Pusha T came. They said Pusha T was a handler. Now, I don't know where Pusha T was back in 96 and Jay was 94, but let's go down all the theories, right? Okay, so they say Jay-Z, number one, his record label is named Rockefeller. They say he's friends with Weinstein, right? I believe it's Harvey Weinstein. Mm-hmm. Now, Jay was in the drug game in the 80s. He started his record label in the 90s. Somewhere in between there, him and his boy D-Haven got caught up with the feds. D-Haven go to the feds. Jay-Z get off. D-Haven claims Jay-Z did some shady behind the scenes, made some deals. Boom, you got Rockefeller Records all of a sudden. Boom. Long story short, he's Jay-Z now. Now they saying Jay was involved in all that backdoor deal. He's doing the devil worship, right? You got Nicki Minaj coming out talking about they eating kids, they drinking the kids' blood. You got Roseanne telling y'all they eating kids, drinking kids' blood. What the y'all think about these Epstein files, man? It's a lot of crazy claims in these emails. Out of this world. They said they didn't just find, but the Gilgamesh, the Giants, Hillary Clinton got some emails that was tied to the Epstein files that leaked, where she was asking about the regenerated whatever the damn room where they bring the giant back to life. Y'all can look it up. It's out there right now. Not only that, they were talking about time travel. They was talking about a lot of in this file. Epstein, I believe he said, when you torture a kid and they get to a certain limit, you unlock superpowers in the kid. So in one of the emails, he said, yeah, the female they've been torturing, she's on stage 3. She now has these weird powers or whatever. Some crazy shit. He has a 2-hour interview right now. I believe Vlad uploaded it to his channel. Y'all can go watch that. He was saying that blacks have advanced physical attributes, but we're slower cognitively. So he's saying we're dumber than white. So he wanted to create super niggas. We got these super physical abilities, but they were going to make us smarter, as smart as them or smarter, and create like a super slave. All kind of crazy shit. What y'all think about these files? I know y'all seen them. What y'all think about Jay and Pusha? Let's start there.
Well, in terms of Pusha, that just threw me for a loop. But in terms of Jay-Z, when that whole Diddy shit and everybody just being busted out over the years, my attitude was, whether it's true or not, nigga, they coming for you. I already knew he was next on something. They finna infiltrate him in something. So I'm not surprised in terms of him being in there, whether it's true or not. Because, nigga, you ain't been around all these... Nigga, you came up in New York. You came up with all these people, your peers, and everybody in it, but it ain't you. You was in these rooms. So as much as I love Jay-Z, I hate to hear it, but I knew it was coming. I knew it was something. I didn't know it was going to be... It was going to be something. And yeah, we know he was messing with Aaliyah. Just like R. Kelly was. R. Kelly was messing with her when she was a youth. You was messing with her when she was youth. The only one was messing with her when she was grown was Dame Dash.
Yeah. And I think...
Foxy Brown, too.
Yeah.
Oh, and Fox. You was messing with Fox when she was 16.
They was damn near saying Beyonce was young when he started messing with her. But
grooming.
Yeah, I just think Jay-Z is not surprising at this point.
No.
I think it would be more surprising if I heard like a Nas or somebody like that. But knowing that, like you said, it was just more so overlooked. And I think now it's coming full circle. And then the nigga look just like him, though. I can't say that's his son, but that is crazy work. So we'll see. I think Jay-Z has prepared for these moments because he don't talk, he don't leave a trace, he don't do nothing. So unless they got some real dirt like videos on him, I think Jay can get up out of this unscathed.
And his son's mom would have been underage at the time of the conception of his son, which is why they were saying he was dodging those paternity tests, because if it comes back, that's his son. That would mean he was grown and he was having sex with a teenager.
So, not making an excuse, but it was the 90s. It was a lot more accepted back then, unfortunately, to mess with a girl that was that young. We all seen it when we was in high school, the young girl getting picked up by the older cat. That was just like kind of a typical thing. It was kind of like don't ask, don't tell, until the dad got till the dad find out. Then he want to yell out the statutory grape thing. You get what I'm saying? Jay-Z is in a situation where I think we're in fake outrage right now, where it's old, it's already been reported. Now all of a sudden that we're kind of just bring out all the old closet. We want to be upset about this right now. I'm not going to drag a black man down with this situation. We already know what it was. If he wasn't crucified then, I'm not about to do it now because, again, we all knew what it was back then. Y'all allowed it back then, and did nobody say nothing then? Did nobody check him then? Did nobody press the issue then? So why are we pressing it now? And now if he was doing it currently, then that's a whole different conversation. But we're trying to go back in time, back in the 90s, what he did, bro. You got to just let that go, man.
And the biggest thing,
Y'all know exactly what he said though?
Nah, but I'm gonna let you read it next real quick. But this is what I want to get at. The biggest thing I don't like is that now people have been begging and waiting for these Epstein files. And then what the first thing they go do? They go drop Jay-Z name.
The black
Oh,
man.
God.
They go drop the Pusha T. Like, nigga, it's way more people that people been wanting to see on them Epstein
We
files.
not bringing up Trump.
But they know how we bring our own people down the most. They know how we get anything
It's
we
a
get to
distraction.
talking about, it goes viral. Yeah, we're distracted from the bigger picture of who's really in them Epstein files. So
Cooking.
I think that's the biggest point that I don't like to reiterate when it comes to this. Like, yeah, if they've done some foul shit, everybody gonna get what they
Lock
got coming
them
one day.
up.
Or I don't even care about that. I just think people, you know what I mean? You handle it how you handle it. But I just look at it like they're putting this in our face with Jay, with Pusha T, with the Eminem,
Shock value.
attaching the hip hop culture to it. When this has nothing to do with hip hop culture, this was everything to do with y'all being crooked and
Conniving,
messing, being PDF files and all that. So get back to, that's where we need to keep our focus at, in my opinion, back on those people behind the scenes.
I agree. They're trying to blackface the Epstein files. So they already have used Diddy to try to make him the face of grape. Now they're using Jay-Z to try to make him the face of grape. They're just threw Pusha T in there. They're trying to say Jay-Z drugged and raped multiple women. What I will say is before any talks of these Epstein files, Jaguar Wright has been saying this for years. So a lot of people are bringing up the old interviews of Jaguar Wright. Ben had calling Jay-Z out. Ben had calling Diddy out. I believe it was a white guy. I forget his name, but people called him crazy. He had interviews years ago when he was saying, Rick Ross is gay, DJ Khaled gay. He went to this party. He was naming Wu-Tang members recently. They're bringing up all his old interviews where a lot of this stuff is starting to come to the light today that they called him crazy for back then. A lot of the names that have been exposed and verified, he said back then, and people go, oh, this motherfucker schizo, he crazy. And come to find out, he was telling the truth. Now, I'm not saying Jay's guilty. I'm not saying Pusha T's guilty. All I'm saying is it's crazy connections with everything. And yes, the overall aspect needs to be the people that's running the show, not the bottom tiers, because we all know if anybody in hip-hop is involved, they are the lowest.
They the puppets.
They the
Cut the head of the snake.
motherfucking, exactly. Let's cut the head of the snake, because I believe that Epstein ain't even dead. I believe they faked his death, got him out of there. He probably on some island right now chilling. It was some drone footage that came out. Somebody looked like Epstein was back on the island. His bank account is still moving money. Come to find out, Bitcoin, from what they say, they damn near created shit. That's in the Epstein files too, Bitcoin. So a lot of people who got Bitcoin is like, what the fuck? We've been funding this damn island.
Exactly.
Through Bitcoin. Like, this shit go deep. He had he had a bank account. The name of the bank account was Ball. And if you know anything about Ball, that is one of the devils or one of the entities that they worship. So every transaction that he made through this bank account was paying homage to this devil that they worship. This shit is crazy. And then Ball, they give child sacrifices. Now, if you know anything about Roseanne, she's been coming out just flat out telling y'all, hey, this is what they doing. They chopping kids up. They getting their blood adrenalized. They drinking the blood to stay young. They're adrenochrome, right? They have these parties.
It's some truth to that. Remember, they say with chicken and things like that, when they had that shock value and things like that, so it raised the blood pressure and all that stuff up because they wasn't living right.
Exactly.
Even
and if you remember, excuse me, not to cut you off, there was a video of that one woman, did y'all see it, where she came out, she was like, oh, they're eating babies, oh my God, blah, blah, blah. They checked her into a psych ward and she was never seen again. The video's back circulating, y'all can look it up. She escaped, I believe, out of New Mexico and was frantic, ran in the building, told them, man, I just saw them eating kids, they doing this, they doing that. Everybody called her crazy, threw her in a psych ward, never saw her again.
Yeah, even I think I had just seen a video. I don't know if y'all sent it, and I need y'all to go fact check it. But they was basically saying like cannibalism is not. It's only illegal in Idaho. I think everywhere else. I think in like in the 1960s or all the way up to the 70s that white people was eating black people and stuff like that. And I think a lot of that still goes on. While you explain a lot of these missing children. I just seen when I was on the freeway it said child abduction. You know what I'm saying? So we get a lot of that's going unsolved, and you never know what's going on. And to go back to Epstein, they said his symbol is the Nickelodeon. His island is the symbol of the Nickelodeon. And I swear to God, nigga,
I ain't never looked
and I ain't gonna lie, nigga, I was way out the country somewhere. I can't even remember where I was at, nigga. And I also went Insane Crib. I thought it was some weird shit because it was a road. It was like they made it seem like it was a hotel, but it was just Nickelodeon in the middle of nowhere. It was like a big Nickelodeon thing. I think I recorded. I might have to find the videos or something. But it was like, damn, like why would they have a Nickelodeon hotel like out here
Right
next
here
to this
at
resort?
nowhere.
But the resort was still like 100 more yards up. But it would just look like behind when you look at it, just nothing. Like, but it's buildings, maybe a few buildings, but it don't look like a hotel resort. Or it's just like, and you can't even really go in. It's like you gotta
Like a compound?
that's what you would think, but to me, it was just like, why would Nickelodeon be out here with this? Well, whatever was going on, I don't know. This is just a theory of mine, but seeing that was crazy to me.
They said the dude that runs TMZ, he's on their files.
Oh, I can see.
And they said
Harvey being on there.
they're utilizing TMZ shit. That's the video of old girl.
So
She was saying. So she's speaking in Spanish, but they're translating it, and she's saying they're eating humans. They're eating humans. It smell like human flesh. She going crazy. They wind up locking her up. But y'all can go look the video up. It's floating. And there was another video of a kid escaping. Who was Prince Harry in them castle? Go look that up. I remember that shit was live on the news. They tried to say they was shooting like a movie or some shit, but you could see the kid. I believe he had underwear. Or he was naked, like climbing out of the window. I don't know if it was a pole or he threw a sheet down, and halfway down he fell. But this shit was live on the news on live TV.
Well, that's not surprising because that family created slave. Like they go back from slavery back then, so all that type of lifestyle is already prevalent. You know what I'm saying? They big on the transatlantic slave trade and all that. So
let me ask you.
It was a white kid though.
So
Because on the island, what Epstein is clearly racist, right? He said black people are dumb, blah blah blah. But if you read the files, which I've been reading files all day, he said no black kid. His perfect idea of the type of kid they needed to sacrifice was white, blonde hair with blue eyes.
I don't know why.
He said no black girls on the island. Trump name was in there, and I believe they had a party, and they were supposed to bring a bunch of little girls. And he said, yeah, no black girls, because Trump is here. He don't like black women. He calls them boogers. This is in the Epstein files too. And on top of that, videos have been released. But the videos have minors in it. So anytime it's a minor, they got to put a black box over the minor. So Epstein is chasing little girls and boys around in the kitchen, but they're like 6, 7 black boxes. So those videos have been released. Not only that, the video of I believe Isaac Cappy had put this out years ago online, and people said it was fake. But I believe it was even in some Disney movies and shit like that. He got this room with a pool in it, and there's little girls and kids running around, and people going, "Oh man, that shit was fake." Come to find out, it was really in the files.
So
I want to ask y'all this real quick. Do y'all think people really care about these files?
nah,
Because I'm like, a lot of people don't really care about these files. I think people just want to be nosy, and once information gets out, they won't have something to talk about,
They
or something
messy.
to gossip about. Because now it's getting to a point because okay, if we do care about these files and we do care about what they're doing, of course, we don't want nothing to happen to innocent children. But at the same time, what are people ready to do when y'all find out this is true? What's going to push the needle forward at this point when you figure out how Henny is and you things that you already know, but people are looking for confirmation. People just want to just say like some things you just know in your gut, or
nothing's gonna
the
happen.
answer's already there. Or do you think these people are going to try to start normalizing these things?
It's already been normalized. It's already been normalized simply because you just said they have files, paperwork, videos, meaning it's not new. How long you been sitting on this shit? It didn't just up and come about today. And who got them?
It's not new, but you're not able to see it. You have to be in secrecy with them to be able to see to experience these things. No different from people like, yeah, you knew they was in the woods somewhere burning crosses, but you never actually physically seeing that.
Agreed. What I'm saying is a few somebodies already knew about this and they did not agree with it. Enough motherfuckers knew about this that didn't agree with it because it was of them motherfuckers that don't fuck with it. Somebody leaking it now, whether it's you piss me off and I'm telling, it don't matter, but enough motherfuckers knew about this.
So,
It's been going on forever. We was hearing about certain shit when we was in 5th, 6th grade about certain celebrities that's on there. Nigga, the first time I ever heard about a nigga like Diddy being gay, nigga, I heard about Diddy and Mace messing around when I was in the 6th, 7th grade. All the way out here in Long Beach and Lakewood. So if Roderick Livingston, was hearing about this in 6th, 7th grade, you don't think nobody was privy to a lot of this stuff that's going on? So now you're telling us about it. It's all for entertainment. It's all to make money. It's all lucrative. It's a circus.
I was gonna say,
it's been going on. Motherfuckers is evil. They sadistic. They don't really give a fuck. Because if you give a fuck, it would have been nipped in the bud a long time ago.
Nah, I mean like the people.
I was gonna say what you're to make it long story short. You slowly groom. You do a little bit at a time. You put it in the cartoons. You put it in the books. You put it in the media. You do little bit at a time. It's like a drip, drip, drip. And that drip is going to cause a lot of damage over. It's like a roof leak. That little drip of wow, it's going to become a big hole. Once you start doing those little drips, it becomes bigger and bigger over time. Now it's to the point now we allow children to change their sexuality. You get what I'm saying? At an age before they can smoke or drink or even go to the military. They already been putting this in the media little by little, and then our mind has just slowly been grasping it as if it's okay.
48 laws.
Talk
about it. In 48 laws, what you're talking about, it's not the big bites, it's the little nipples that get you.
That's how you eat an elephant. You take one bite at a time. You dig what I'm saying? And so what I'm trying to get at is basically it's been put in our subconscious mind so long that we don't realize that we're now numb to it. It's to the point now the shock value now is so numb to it. Now we see that type of stuff, people doing that type of stuff to children now almost on any type of black website you see now. So now it's to the point now it's like kind of like normalized. Like, but
because I believe, like what you saying, if people was to just see everything in the file at one time, I think people would revolt. Because some of the shit that is said being done in these files and the footage that they have on these files and on these laptops and on these hard drives, I think for sure people would go crazy. I think that's why, like Short said, it's the drip effect. Little by little, they release little by little, and then it gets normalized, and then people's like, well, what can we do about it anyways? They run the world. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But if they was to just, boom, just everything out, I think people would. Because even the whole transgender thing, right? We all going, why the fuck they pushing this so hard? That's in the files. Because what I was reading, they want to, excuse me if I said the word wrong, androgynous society, meaning partly male, partly female. Who is that? Transgenders. And he says they want to push that ideology and the chemicals and everything to make you trans as early as 3 years old. It's a whole email in there. They're putting stuff in the food. They're putting stuff in the water that's blocking testosterone from males. So your testosterone receptors, the chemicals in there, they're blocking it.
So now you're more feminine.
You're more feminine, which is why
the soy.
Yeah, soy.
Now, mind you, I ate soy.
And microplastics.
I did eat some soy chorizo for those that follow me. But excessive amounts of soy is not good. It's a lot of soy.
So boom. So your receptors, they're blocked, and then they're putting hella estrogen, which is why you see more feminine men, right? People like to say, oh, it's the liberal men. But if you slowly look around, they said the testosterone levels of the average 20-year-old today is like a 70-year-old from 40 years ago. So you got kids that's 19, 20, they got ED problems already, going to the doctor trying to get fucking Viagra's and shit because their dicks don't work. Why? Because their testosterone is literally being blocked by the chemicals. So whether you want to do something about what's in the files or not, you're directly being affected. You're directly being attacked. Literally, physically, mentally, psychologically, you're a victim of it too. Regardless of if you want to say, oh, all this shit is made up. I don't believe it. Guess what? You still got microplastics in your body.
Yeah.
So I just want to know when the people going to wake up, because to me, it's crazy.
It's not going to be a waking effect. Again, there's going to be a long, drawn-out thing where the rage is going to slowly subside. And again, the shock value is going to be completely down, where we're not going to have the will to fight because, again, they're going to slow drag it so long out that we're not going to be angry. Something else is going to pass by that's going to get our attention. We're not going to be worrying about these.
What I mean when I say things are not as seen, like he said, like by them blocking the kids out, maybe for the kids' safety, but the kids has already been taken out of their safety. Those videos maybe need to be seen so people can see that this ain't what it is. Like you just hear him in the back, and you hear people down there defending the dude in some of those videos, thinking like, "What's wrong? He just with some girls," like not knowing the
context,
kid.
yeah.
That's the slow drip.
Or I know. Or some of the things of just imagine, like you say, I can't even imagine that somebody torturing a baby down there to the point where it's screaming just to get the best blood out of it. So those things are not normalized, in my opinion, yet to me. And it's like, okay, once they say they do get to those points, because we see different countries or different places where they behead people, put it on camera, show you everything, stone people in front of the town, like. Those things become normalized. When that happens, what do people do? Because now that could be your baby they take from a hospital and make up some excuse and say something was wrong with it when it was born. And next thing you know, they done drunk the blood from it. So it's a lot of different ways you can, at least to me, look at it. It's just what point, because the power is with the people, but what do you, or I should say, what do y'all suggest? Because how does it look?
I would suggest and ask, nigga, suggest the parents, nigga, take care of their kids. Because the parents
if child abduction is so heavy
in
the
U.S.,
U.S.,
I don't think everybody being abducted. Honestly,
Some people are selling like
I
know.
Even
because we see them things online where you see a damn shelf is worth $13,000.
Well, that was the Wayfair.
I know, yeah, that was the way for
yeah.
them to move things under the radar.
But this is also in the files. There's parents sending pictures for payments.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. These parents
are having matter of fact, there was a documentary. I posted the link too. It was on Twitter of parents who say, "Oh, I hate kids. I'm having them to get paid." They sell them to the sex market. So the chick could get pregnant, had a baby, sell it, get a payment, boom, do it all over again.
That's some evil.
There's
shit.
people in the world that's complicit with
you gotta be cold.
It's fathers selling their daughters. Like this shit, that's what I'm saying. It's so tied in and sick. If people was to even pay 1% attention to it, I think people would start to revolt. But what people go is, oh, it's conspiracy theory. They don't believe none of this shit is real.
Man, it's a movie called The Sounds of Freedom. I think we all need to check that out. I don't know if y'all have seen it or not.
Seen it.
Man, long story short, man, it was about like these little kids getting kidnapped and whatever the case may be. I think they were somewhere in Europe, but they end up somehow in Mexico and stuff like that. And they went through the ringer. I'm talking about men and women doing things to these children. And if they make more movie, because remember, it took them like 3 or 4 years to that movie to get funded, because then nobody in Hollywood wanted to fund that movie. It was privately funded. Long story short, if they start creating that stuff and start opening their eyes up to realize like how dangerous the world really is, and the monsters aren't the people that are hiding under your bed or in the closet. They look like us. Not us on this couch, but I'm talking about their human form. And they're really not human forms. They're really satanic people. And at the end of the day, once y'all understand, there's people out here who truly want to hurt people in this aspect. And so what you do is, in those type of aspects, you got to take matter in your own hands. I'm not telling you to be violent, but whatever you seem fit, if you know something like that's going on, you got to take you got to take matters in your own hands. Kevin Gates just said that on Club Shay Shay. If somebody was to touch my child, you die.
Absolutely.
And I wish more people had that same mindset. You touch a child or do anything like that, you die. Period. There is no negotiation. There is no, man, my bad. No, this is what it is. Harm a child, you die. Period.
I agree. But these people, they believe in this worship to this God. So in their mind, they're not doing nothing wrong. So that's really all it's about. Is whatever goes against God, that's what they try to do, which is, this is going to fuck a lot of people up, especially the religious people. They say the gods that y'all praying to, they really finesse y'all and you praying to their gods. Mm-hmm. So you think you praying to the God that they
swap.
Yeah, but you really praying to their God. Like you praying to basically Satan every day by worshiping these religions that they gave you, because they took the original books, took them from you,
Enoch,
left what they wanted you to see, and then now you praying to what they want you to pray to. So this shit is crazy.
The way the direction the world is going, because I know we talk about a lot of times about getting on code and a lot of these things, because I start to see things even at a broader perspective now, because it's really a spiritual warfare we fighting out here. And it's going to get to a point where color probably don't matter. It's going to be what side your spirit land on.
Boom.
So what type of energy you really putting out, because if you look like skin folk, but your spirit ain't aligning with the things I'm on, you gotta go. So I think it's getting to the point of that. And I think that's where the like-minded and certain people are gonna come. And that's what's gonna shape everything.
But that's why they spending so much money, resources on what? The separation. Okay, we got ICE over here. We got racism over here. We got this over here. But the whole time, like you said, it's the spirit that's involved.
So with everything that's going on, whether you've read scripture, anybody read Revelations? Whether you believe in,
yep.
So would you believe that we're presently living in the end of days?
No, they say that shit all the time. They said 2012.
They
was
said
the end
that
of days.
2000.
Yeah, they say that
Y2K.
Y2K. I don't think so.
Okay. I mean, just seeing the makeup and all the shit that's just going on, you be like, nigga, this is some odd shit.
The thing is, if God created everything and he is everything, he cannot be destroyed or nothing else. So I don't think, maybe terms of the way you see things might be different, but I don't think it'll ever be ended.
But see, and even when I was saying like they got you worshiping their gods, even people go, oh, see, this was in the scripture. A lot of people saying this shit been planned out. If you know anything about what they do, they put it in your face first because that's what they believe. That's how they get out of the karma is, hey, I told you what the fuck I'm gonna do. I laid my whole blueprint out, let you read it and everything, and it's happening right on cue. And people going confirmation bias, like Messiah said, you got the gut feeling what's going on. You know what's going on. You just kind of want to see the confirmation. Because I asked the same question. What if they just came out and said, man, you know what? We doing everything y'all think we doing. Now what?
Right. They gonna go some bully
what
shit.
you gonna do?
Then it's like, I think the only reason they won't do that because then they will not have control of the masses.
Exactly.
That is the biggest point why they won't do it.
Because it's more of us.
But they're still doing it, showing you, and still playing with niggas. And still they're doing everything that they want to do. And they're still basically saying, y'all not gonna do nothing about it, but get it and talk about it. So I think that's the biggest key point. So
I don't know. It's the drip effect, man. This shit done made me more angry than having a female platonic friend fucking with this nigga right now. This nigga done dropped so much game. I'm over here, low-key,
because I'm telling y'all, because I kind of knew y'all didn't read the files. That's why I'm kind of putting it out there.
I just read that one you was talking about the.
I dabbled in it. I didn't read
all that stuff.
But no, the trans,
This motherfucker in 2011 was emailing asking about the ramifications of time travel. Epstein.
Gotta go Mach 3, Mach 4 speed or
they
something?
talking about the giants. They found the tombs, the motherfucking the stargates, all the shit that y'all be up here. Bro, you a conspiracy theorist, you Alex Jones. All this shit is in the Epstein files. Matter of fact, bro, he has a 2-hour interview on Vlad's channel. Go watch it. I just sent it to a couple homies. Where this month, it was like, listen, if you understood the way the banking system worked, nobody would use a bank.
Yeah.
He said, even the greatest businessmen you know, they don't understand. He said, if I give you $1, how much money you think you will loan to a friend? He said, the average person will probably say 50 cents because they want to keep half, 70 cents, they want to keep something. He said, no, the way that this banking system worked, y'all give us $1, we get 9 to give to our friends. We get $9 out of thin air for every one of your dollars that you put in the bank, and we don't give you shit for it.
So they using loans and borrowing money or make believe money.
It's coming out of thin air.
But this is exactly why you can't go if you got $1 million in the bank, you can't just go get it. You got to request it.
Exactly. Because they done gave your shit out to their peoples, and they eat.
And anything over $10,000, you gotta the IRS is being notified
Take
and all
it out
that.
or deposit.
And on top of that, I know y'all ain't been looking at this, but they talking about making you pay for every mile you drive.
Oh, in California?
What's that?
In California, where they already is implementing this, I forget exactly where.
They're gonna do with the kill switch and all that. You're talking about that.
This is why they got the kill switch. You stupid motherfuckers got to start paying attention.
That's why I told y'all that vote. Go ahead, my bad, bro.
This is why they putting the kill switches. So what they're gonna do is you're gonna first of all, this is the smart cities, right? You only gonna have a certain radius you can drive.
Can travel.
Not only that, you're gonna have certain free miles a week. So now you're gonna have a subscription like Apple Music to drive your car. Yep. So once you go over it, the free miles, which they probably gonna calculate how many miles it take you to go to work and everything outside of that is gonna be on your dime. Once you run out of the free miles, you gotta hit the subscription or they hit the kill switch. Your car don't work.
Nigga, this is evil.
Right. It's becoming so
Look it up.
It's
No, he ain't lying.
I'm not saying he
And
lying.
that's why he want everything
saying,
electric.
No, I'm
It's
saying
easier to
what
kill it.
they're doing is becoming so irritating. Is they damn near doing shit right out of a movie and just doing it in real
It was
life.
that movie with Justin Timberlake. I can't think of it when they had to
talking about
borrow
the
time.
time.
Yeah, had to
Yeah.
borrow time. You
People
got to go to
start killing,
different
taking
districts.
times,
Yeah,
yeah.
you got to go to different districts. You got to make sure you meet the qualification to go to the rich area and all this and that. You got to have enough time to spare.
So I don't know if you guys spoke on this personally. I'm asking, do you think with all the stuff that they're doing, allowing, is going on in society, our country, a civil war is on the uprise?
I've been saying America is going to come. History
think-
repeats
I-
itself.
I
Every
just
great,
say-
I just think can't nobody really mess with America. Like
man,
them
every
niggas-
great dynasty falls.
Yeah,
Well,
but
What you
I-
mean?
I-
You
right now,
mean the civil war
I mean,
amongst us?
Starting here.
Oh, you mean
Sad
you
to
mean
say?
right
here?
here.
Yeah.
Do you
No.
with everything that's going on? It's a lot of stuff. You know, the transgender stuff, the Epstein files. It's just so much shit going on. That's just.
But
not,
I'ma be honest.
I think this era has the most bitch assness.
Woo!
Like-
oh yeah, most
Damn.
definitely.
I don't think people like bro was just saying either even on another level, like testosterone wise, niggas are not built like warriors like they used to be.
Nah.
You see people, I don't even know if that was even true, but when things go left, they always want the gang members to come and be the warriors for them.
Yeah.
So that's not gonna work. And I just think a lot of stuff when it comes to it's more of a moment. It's not really people not really ready to stand up for nothing.
COVID showed you no.